Your Excellencies, let me one more time welcome all of you to this event. But let me very quickly recognize and welcome some of our very distinguished people here. But first, let me welcome the chairman of today's occasion, a patriot, a nationalist, a lover of Nigeria, who totally believes in the unity and harmony of this country, former governor of Anambra State. I'd like to welcome here our chairman today, His Excellency Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezi-Ife. I welcome you. I'd like to also welcome some serving governors that are here who have shown example of governance. They have shown example of dynamism and vision. I'd like to welcome here His Excellency the Governor of Nasarawa State, Your Excellency Governor Tanko Almakura. I welcome you. You're welcome. And also here with us is an intellectual, one of the world's finest accountants, a very fantastic manager of man and resources, Governor of Gombe State. I'd like to welcome His Excellency Governor Ibrahim Dakwambo. I welcome you, Your Excellency. I welcome you. There are several of our special guests that are here present tonight. Let me also welcome representing Chief Afe Babalala. I'd like to welcome Chief Adegboyega Awomolo, SAN. I welcome you tonight. A former Senate Majority Leader and now one of Nigeria's finest legal minds, the distinguished Senator Ndoma Egba SAN, is also here with us. Let me also welcome representing the Managing Director of the Federal Mortgage Bank, Mr. Ayobola Abiola, representing Managing Director, is also here with us. Also here is Chief Zora Megudi, former Managing Director, AP. The Director General of the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, the ever beautiful, ever wonderful Mrs. Salim Banefo, is also here with us. I welcome you. Also here tonight, His Excellency Clement Abri, former Governor of Cross River State, is here. Let me welcome the former Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ogbonnaya Onovo, is also here with us tonight. I welcome you. The construction consortium, Tongi, who are building the Lafia Airport, are also here with us. All of them as a team, let me welcome you. I'd like to welcome tonight His Excellency Elias B. Shoni, Acting Foreign Minister of the Republic of Liberia, representing Her Excellency President Ellen Joseph Sirleaf, President of the Republic of Liberia. I welcome you. And also here with us tonight, His Excellency Major General Retired Alfred C. Nelson Williams, representing the President of Sierra Leone, is also here with us tonight. Let me welcome very specially, there are several wonderful people that are here with both governors, the Governor of Nasarawa State and Gombe, and we will take time to welcome all of them as the event goes tonight. But let me also welcome our keynote speaker tonight, Chief Mike Ozekome, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. I'd like to welcome you specially tonight. But now let me recognize and welcome the man that has brought all of us here to get together. He has done this consistently in the last 5 years. It's my honor and pleasure to welcome here Prince Dennis Osami, the publisher of these two wonderful publications. And he has brought all of us here together for a world-class event. Rise, let them appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Well, his wife is also here, Mrs. Confidence Sami. No wonder the man is a very confident man. The managing director of Nigerian Pilot and News World is also here with us. Let's appreciate her. Where is she? Aha. Thank you. And so, Your Excellencies, like I said earlier, we will recognize all of the wonderful people that are here tonight. And so, Your Excellencies, on behalf of the pilot and the Nigerian news world, I welcome all of you to the 5th and the 15th. The 5th in terms of the series of the awards, the 15th in terms of the day we are holding it, 15th day of December 2015. And we're here tonight for a pre-Christmas feast. It is a 3-part program: a lecture, the awards, and a wonderful gala. So how appropriate the theme of this lecture on how the security threats of our continent is affecting the advancement and deepening of democracy. It is increasingly recognized that across the continent, and particularly in our country, if we can take care of security, we can take care of development, social, material, economic, political. We can also take care of the welfare of our people. The lecturer is sound, absolutely sound. We'll tell you more about him, but it's therefore my honor and pleasure to formally welcome all of you here tonight. The Prince of Princes. To him, he believes when you pilot the affairs of the world using journalism, the news world will be a lot more responsible. Please welcome Prince Dennis O. Sami to welcome all of us here tonight. And as he steps forward here, I'm not going to be alone. Ebere Young is my name. I'm here with one of the finest MCs and comedians. Bovi is here with his red tie. And of course, I have Alan Blow tonight. I'm sure the house will blow up. It will. Thank you very much.
I'd like to, first of all, welcome our chairman of this occasion, former governor of Anambra State, Chief Chukwuemeka Ezefe. I'd like to recognize and welcome His Excellency Governor Ibrahim Dankwabo, Governor of Gombe State. I'd like to welcome His Excellency Governor Tanko Almakura of Nasarawa State. I'd like to welcome the Liberian delegation representing the president of that country. All other protocols observed. Today marks another milestone on our media organization, the Nigerian Pilot, the Nigerian News World magazine. Nigerian News World is 15 years of non-stop production. It was first founded in 1993. And from that table, we founded the Nigerian Pilot newspaper, which is also 5 years today. Today is a day of celebration because to keep a newspaper on the newsstand for 5 years means the paper has grown up. Nigerian Pilot newspaper, Nigerian News World Magazine Group, has grown up for 5 good years of consistency, publishing across 3 locations, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja, simultaneously, to meet the demands of journalism in Nigeria. 5 years of robust journalism, 5 years of commitment as watchdog of society, 5 years of trying to make a change in a developing economy like Nigeria. For us at the Nigerian Pilot, we've been able to keep this project going night and day. For the people that work in Nigerian Pilot, for those that have been with us, and for those that stood by us, and for those that supported us, I want to salute you tonight. Today, Pilot had become one of the strong among the best 5. I know some people would want to challenge me on that, but that's a fact. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gone as far as recognizing personalities like Al-Makura, who is sitting here in this hall today. We wouldn't have gone as far as recognizing Dan Kobo, who is sitting here today. When I first spoke to Al-Makura, that I was inviting him to be honored on the table of Nigerian Pilot, the man actually expressed shock and surprised that he has never met the pilot before, he has never met the group, and for them to single him out is a great honor. Your Excellency, it's my pleasure to welcome you. Dan Kwabo, I have watched over the years. I've followed his career as an accountant. I've had tough times with him. We've dealt in so many ways, but we've been friends. He has shown consistency, he has shown dedication, and he has shown hard work. And that was why the editorial board picked him. There's so many other important persons today that are to be recognized, including the former president, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, for his role in democracy. Luckily, as we're talking, my friend Femi Adesina walked in. I'm sure he's here representing the President of the Federal Republic. A few days ago, Adesina said, "You've been too hard on us." I said, "No, we need to practice the true sense of journalism." And that's what the Nigerian Pilot stands for, and will continue to be watchdogs of society. If you are wrong, we will criticize you. If you are good, we will support you and will praise you. And so tonight is a night for us to celebrate those that we recognize in this event, and those that have become part of the Pilot family, and those that will become our friends tonight, and those that will continue to be our friends. Once again, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 5th anniversary entertainment, lecture, gala night, dancing, fun, and all that. It's my pleasure. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
He is a prince. Is it possible to give him a princely round of applause, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me also very quickly welcome here Her Excellency, the wife of the Nasarawa State Governor, Haja Mero Tanko Almakura. I welcome you. I welcome you. I'd like to also welcome here, representing the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Mala Mohammed Musa Bello, is represented here by Deputy Director of Information, FCTA, Mr. Cosmas Uzodimma. I welcome you. And also here with us tonight, I saw him earlier and I told him welcome back from the trenches. He contested on the platform of PDM in this last Bayelsa State election. And I'm sure he is for life the president of the Young Professionals Group in Nigeria, dynamic, hard-working visionary. And I think even if it didn't happen in 2015, Moses, I'm sure going forward it will happen. Please welcome Mr. Moses Siloko here. I welcome you. I welcome you. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the next man I'm about to invite is a very special person. Some of us, the younger ones, call him our hero. How Maya Angelou describes such men. She said, there are those intent on making this earth a better place for all. He is a man who sees values beyond the possible. As far as he's concerned, our hero is on a mountain height, at whose foot the ocean of eternity audibly run. Life in its deserts and flower gardens run before him. To him, Nigeria must remain one and one forever. He's our chairman tonight. It is with great pleasure that I welcome to open this event His Excellency Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezife.
Good evening, all. Pilot, News World, thank both of you for having us. All of you are welcome. My friend Governor Almakura, you are welcome. My other governor friend, you are welcome. All of us here, we are welcome. When I got this opportunity of coming to be chairman, oh, big thing, I said, what do I tell people at this juncture in our national history? So I decided to write something. But I will publish what I have written in the pilot and rubric, and not inflict all of it on you. I will just select some portions. I like to salute the courage of journalists. Some of them TV, some of them print. It has become even more difficult. Because if you're not singing a song for somebody, he may think you are against. That's what the pressmen have to suffer. Today, I call on you, fellow Nigerians, to embrace our manifest destiny. My 2015 Independence Anniversary message to friends read as follows. May it please God to beam into our minds His purpose for Nigeria, to develop into a superpower. So to raise the dignity and respect of all blacks on earth and wipe off the shame of slavery from the faces of all blacks. We should stop fighting over region and ethnic choices we did not make. That was the message. Then I went on radio, and the presenter asked a question of Nigerians, of the audience, and said, who is ready to die for Nigeria? Most of the people who responded at all said they are not ready. Somebody made it so negative definite. He said, me die for Nigeria? No, Nigeria will die for me. Yeah, that is saying that we are not proud of our country. That is saying that those of us, including the one standing here, who have led this country, have not done well enough to make Nigerian people proud of Nigeria. Proud enough to risk life for Nigeria. Yes, look at this country. You will not doubt what God's purpose for Nigeria is. What is God's purpose for this country? God, of course, created Nigeria, not British imperialism, which was used only as a tool. You look at us, all of us, and we look at our country. We know that this country is designed by the Almighty God Himself for unmatched greatness. Unmatched greatness. I used to blame the military leaders. Maybe there was justification then. Because they used tribe. They used religion and all other divides to manipulate the minds of Nigerians into believing that Nigeria is not worth dying for. Must we remain like that? Nigeria has a manifest destiny, and I will not waste time. I will go to it. Look at your country. The greatest concentration of blacks upon the face of the earth. Look at your country. Everything can grow here. Tropical, subtropical, tropical, Mediterranean. We can go to Mambila and grow it there. We have all kinds of plants, animals. In human beings, we have so many talents from so many tribes. It cannot be for nothing that God gave us all this. And we have been patriotic before, in the past. There have been patriotism in Nigeria. And Nigerians are part of Black Africa, the original sons and daughters of God. Some of us don't know. And I don't know how we are doing with our education. Our soccer players are complaining of being called names. Yes, the black man today is the footmat of the world. It hasn't always been so. In the good old days, in the ancient of days, what black Africa was known for was, out of Africa comes always something new and good. And do you know how human beings were ranked in the good old days? It was Egyptians, number one, followed by all other blacks. Number three, Indians. And number four, the blue-eyed barbarians. Who were the blue-eyed barbarians? They are the people who are today on top of the world. We were enjoying God's gift of environmental balance. We were enjoying so much, we started knowledge. Science and technology, we started. Trigonometry, we invented when we wanted to settle boundary disputes after the Nile overflow. Pythagoras, the one who gave you a theorem, is a black man. The most famous book on religion, Civitas Dei, was written by a black man, St. Augustine. Black man recognized one God. 365 days in the year, black man. 12 months, black man. Every aspect of science and technology was invented by blacks. But what did we do? We treated knowledge as something for the initiated. We didn't exploit knowledge. When they defeated us up Africa, they collected all the books we had in Alexandria in Egypt. And from there, the white man got his hand on African science and technology. The moment they got that, they started improving the environment. From improving the environment, they stumbled on a process of continuous improvement. While we, the blacks, were enjoying good weather, good location, no earthquake, no volcano, none of those things. We were enjoying, but we were not adding to what nature did. So the whites got beyond us and started looking back and saying, are those people humans, or are they half-born apes? That's how slave trade started and continued until some people were touched and God changed things. But what are we talking about? How does it affect the manifest destiny of Nigeria? What we are saying is that it is for Nigeria to develop into a superpower, to rest the dignity and respect of black and African people, and ultimately to wipe away the shame of slavery from the faces of all blacks. That is the manifest destiny of Nigeria. We don't achieve it with tribality, religiosity, geographical and other divides. We don't achieve it saying, oh, I'm Roman Catholic, I'm Anglican, I'm Sunni, I'm Shiite. We achieve it by focusing only on one direction, the direction of development, economic development. With massive economic development, unity is forced. The shine and glory of our greatness begin to bind us together and eclipse anything that separates us. Why do we pay attention to things that we cannot control? My name is Chukwemeka. I was born Igbo. I was Igbo on arrival. I became Christian on arrival. Musa, Muslim, on arrival. Somebody is Fulani on arrival. You didn't decide it. Only God decided where you were born. Therefore, it is sheer laziness to be playing, wasting time, quarreling on issues you did not decide upon. Should I take liberty? Should I say all the benefit? What do I gain from being a Christian? Is it due to me? You, if you are Muslim, did you choose to be? All of us, children of God, one God. If we focus on developing Nigeria, all blacks who are looking up to us will be grateful to us. The pilot, the Nigerian newsbreak, is doing its own. They are doing their own, trying to focus on what unites us. Let us, the politicians in Nigeria, think positive, think future. Our country is big. We have to be big to achieve greatness in the world. Switzerland has the highest per capita income. It's not superpower. For Nigeria to be a superpower, our size is important. And we celebrated when distinguished Senator Kanti Bello said that the win by Buhari had stopped Nigeria's disintegration. Such disintegration we should not allow. We should, out of respect for the black people, sustain the permanence of one Nigeria. I thank you for inviting me. Even more, I thank you for the respect of listening to me. I didn't hear noises as I was talking. God bless all of you.
Can we put our hands together for His Excellency, the former governor of Anambra State, our chairman here tonight, His Excellency Dr. Chukwemeka Ezife. I'd like to welcome you tonight. Let me also very specially welcome all the members of the entourage of the two governors here. I'm aware that all the members of the Executive Council of both Gombe and Nasarawa State are here. The special advisors of both governors are here. The Chief of Staff of the Nasarawa State Governor is also here with us. All of you, I welcome you all specially. Your Excellencies, it's now time for me to introduce and welcome our guest speaker. He is a senior advocate of Nigeria. He is a senior advocate of the masses, a constitutional lawyer human rights activist, a pro-democracy crusader, and a nemesis of bad governments and military dictatorships. His fight against bad government had led him to several detentions. In fact, his friends call him a prisoner emeritus. A pan-Nigerian nationalist, patriot, author, public commentator. I'd like to welcome here a man who has attended virtually all the conferences that has been used to fashion out constitutions for us. The 2005 Political Reform Conference, Vision 2020, and the just concluded 2014 National Conference. He is a knight of the Order of St. Mulumba, a happily married man who holds several chieftaincy titles. I'd like to welcome here a solid lawyer, a lover of Nigeria, a lover of everybody, with his ever-present pattern, which adds more knowledge to his legal knowledge. I'd like to welcome Chief Mike Ezekume.
Let me welcome here His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, GCFR, ably represented by the presidential spokesman, Mr. Adeshino, who is here with us live. You are welcome, sir. Let me welcome here His Excellency, the chairman of today's occasion, Dr. Chukwuemeka Ezefe, former governor of Anambra State, alias Okwadike. Let me also welcome the governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency R. Makura. Let me welcome the governor of Gombe State, His Excellency Dan Kwambo, who is here with us. May I also welcome a great Nigerian patriot, legal luminary, Chief Afe Babalola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who is ably represented by my elder brother, Chief Adegboyega Awomolo, SAN. My good friend is here, Ndoma Egba, SAN. His Excellency, Chief Ebri, former governor of Cross River State. Let me also say my good friend is also here, Obonoya Onovo, retired Deputy Inspector General of Police. Not to forget some of the special awardees today. Sir Salif Ellen Johnson, President of Liberia, ably represented by the Foreign Minister. The President of Ghana, John Mahama, also represented. And the President of Sierra Leone, also ably represented. My topic today, for which I'll be told I have not more than 30 minutes to deliver, and it's actually a 33-page lecture. That means they are limiting me to 1 page per 1 minute. I do my best. It's titled Democracy in Africa, Emerging Security Threats, Issues and Challenges. To dissect this lecture, I started by looking at the concept of democracy itself, one of the most used, misused, and abused terms whenever employed, whether by politicians, by philosophers, by psychologists, by sociologists, and even by the proverbial Frantz Fanon's wretched of the earth, the common man and the common woman. Each person has a perspective as to what democracy is all about. The Oxford English Dictionary defines it as a system of government in which the people of a state or polity are involved in making decisions about its affairs, typically by voting to elect representatives to a parliament or any similar assembly, by whatever name called. It has certain attributes. One, it will definitely be government by the people, essentially, because the people who are ruling did not trust themselves on the people through the gun or through the bayonet, but were freely elected by the people themselves. It is also a government that is supreme, in which supreme power is vested in the people, as you have it in section 14 of Nigeria's Constitution of 1999 as altered, and that they exercise this power through representatives that they have elected. So to say that the representatives of the people are greater than the people is to argue that the tail can wag the dog. It also has another attribute, and that is that this representation comes at intervals, depending on what form of government is practiced, maybe every 4 years, every 5 years, or every 6 years. It was first practiced in ancient Greek during the city-state of Athens. And of course, we are looking at about 508 to 507 BC, before Christ. Of course, it was Abraham Lincoln, that great American president, who helped to free slaves after about 500 years of slavery and servitude, of man's inhumanity to man, who led the Northern Union against the Southern Confederates in America to defeat slavery, went ahead to make a proclamation for the abolition of slavery, for which he was promptly murdered or assassinated in 1865. It was he who said on the 19th of November 1863 in his Gettysburg Declaration that democracy is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Analytically, this means that it is the people that choose that government. And that government consists of the people themselves, not necessarily people who are intruders or invaders. And that government has been elected to serve the people. Those are the three components of that definition. So depending therefore on what angle you view it from, philosophical, ideological, dialectical, political, cultural, social, economic, whatever perspective, democracy remains at the end of the day the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, as against totalitarianism or military dictatorship or fascism or communism, all of which are not governments so-called elected by the people. Having finished with that terminology, we talk about the next adjunct of this lecture, which is security. What is security? According to a great writer, Francis, says security is the state of being safe and the adherence, that is the avoidance of fear, anxiety, danger, poverty, and oppression. What this means is that security is not just about the presence of military force alone. Although having a good military to preserve security is a component of it, but it is more than that. Now, a situation which can engender and guarantee political safety, political space, and sufficient conditions of safety for the people is what we are here looking at. Some great writers have discussed it. As some have said, it means nothing but physical, or the lack of physical or moral aggression or accident or threat of the people. A situation in which the people live comfortably without fear of invasion, even fear of hunger, security. So it's not just security from Boko Haram or from kidnappers or from armed robbers or from hired assassins or from murderers. It could also be security in terms of welfare, having a house over your head, having the food to eat, having Medicare, being able to bring up your children in a conducive and decent environment. All these are embedded in that word, security. Very quickly, I go to the issue of what is this national security or security in Africa. What is it that has endangered it that we are noting here today? Before we do that, we also have to take a look at what I regard here as security threats in Africa from different angles. You will discover that in Africa, most of the pressing security issues have to do with increasing fragmentation of political authority across various societies, mounting political influence of armed sub-state actors, fragmented loyalties of armed official military security groups, and crisis in food security and public health. You also have increasing vigilantism as a societal response to the inability of various governments which are grossly depleted to maintain security for their people, leading to vigilante groups and people resorting to self-help. In Africa, the major challenges, therefore, in terms of security or insecurity, have to do with terrorism, piracy, drug trafficking, and other drug or other organized crimes. Terrorism, you will discover we have a large dose of it. The Al-Shabaab, the Ansar Dine, and the Boko Haram, exerting influence in different parts of Africa. Of course, we all know very much about the Boko Haram insurgency in Nigeria. Some of these practices are the result of religious fundamentalism. Some are due to tribal and ethnic tension. Some are due to regional and political instability. Some are due to extreme ideologies by groups who want to perpetrate their own ideas over others. What we call irredentism. Some people want to control areas beyond their territorial sphere. Now, You have a situation where for many years these problems have devastated Africa, leading to starvation, leading to wars, leading to secessions, leading to declaration of wars, leading to general insecurity, with the men, with the children and the women being mostly at the receiving end. You also have threats of piracy, particularly in Somalia, in the Gulf of Aden and the Gulf of Guinea, and in so many places around that Gulf area. And it was said that in 2004 alone, that in 2004 alone, about 47 ships were actually seized with 857 crew members on board in this region. It has become a very, very lucrative business for the people, in the same way as Boko Haram has become a major industry in Nigeria. It is said to be supported by some elites, both political, religious, and ethnical, who simply want to perpetrate it so that they can make money out of it. How far this is true, we have not yet discovered that. We therefore have proliferation of arms and ammunition in different areas in this country, leading to different levels of youth agitation, youth unemployment, theft of crude oil, illegal oil bunkering, kidnapping, and many other societal vices, particularly also in our international maritime zones. I tried to discuss the issue of threats arising from drug trafficking and drug-related crimes. And we have said here that drugs from South America and Southern Asia move across to Europe and to a lesser extent to the United States of America, whilst Africa is being used as a hub. In 2007 alone, an estimated 48 metric tons of cocaine, valued at $1.8 billion, was said to have transited through West Africa, comprising some 27% of Europe's annual supply. You have base cocaine, which is part of the trade. Meanwhile, in Southern Africa, it is said that it has become a distribution hub within Africa, where all forms of narcotics are present and are freely sold, even on the streets. Cocaine is imported into Africa from Latin America by aircraft at some rural airstrips, or dropped by ships, which are then distributed to smaller ships, are then ferried across to destroy human beings in the name of sniffing. Trafficking organizations have evolved sophisticated multinational networks for the wholesale and retail of these deadly products. I've also tried in the paper, because of lack of time, not to go too deeply, by looking at other organized crimes which are put here as smuggling, prostitution, child trafficking, all of which destabilize society and lead generally to insecurity. There are also other transnational criminal groups in Africa, especially in West, East, and Southern African states. I try to look at the issue of how do we treat these cases? What is the effect of this stress of these insecurity factors to Africa? I have discussed that here by looking at the great disadvantages of underdevelopment and stunted growth of the people and of manpower. There is another insecurity threat that a lot of people have not looked at, and that is election violence, which has emerged, particularly in Africa, as a major security threat. Where we just saw in one of the states an election that just took place last week, for example in Bayelsa, instead of ballot papers speaking for politicians through the ballot boxes, it was the booming of guns, the detonation of grenades and bombs, like in Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the Second World War, that we were hearing. That is not what politics should be. Where you appoint people or select people rather than elect them because you subvert the will of the people, you can no longer call that democracy. That could be any other form of crazy, but not demo. I looked at the issues from lessons from Madagascar, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, Mauritania, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Ivory Coast, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. How this election violence, including Nigeria, has subverted the will of the people and made democracy meaningless. I also looked at the issue of these challenges generally in the democratization or lack of it in Africa. And I will not bother you with all this because of the lack of time. I tried to find out in all this that I have spoken, how can we ameliorate the situation? What suggestions can we have as to have a compass to navigate the future? And I call those ones what I call suggestions or recommendations. I said, number one, there is a need for proactive steps to be taken in the security communities vis-a-vis intelligence gathering as against naked, brute military campaign. As such, we always pose problems, because what that does where you use brute force is to stifle the uprising. You make them to hibernate. Then, like a sleeping magma, they are there for quite some time. Then later they erupt into a bad eruption, like a volcanic eruption from a sleeping magma. I said you have to look at it more holistically. Brute force is not enough, for example, to rout out Boko Haram. Boko Haram is a symptom of a bigger problem. It's a symptom of a more fundamental problem. To use naked force is like wanting to uproot a tree, to kill a tree, and then you go and cut off the branches. Yes, for some time you've cut off the branches, but they will sooner than later grow. If you want to kill that tree, what do? You go to the tap roots and uproot it from the very basics. Then the tree will die. So in the case of Boko Haram, for example, you need to use both the stick and the carrot. When I called for negotiation for them early last year, some people were hard on me and they said, how could you ask that Boko Haram be negotiated with? And I said, they are part and parcel of the society. They have their grievances. Why don't you look at the fundamentals of those grievances and stop the use of naked force? Have been proved right in the sense that in spite of the area and land bombardment, they are still there. Let me warn also that there's such a Boko Haramish potential also lurking around us, and that is in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Whether you call it IPOB, whether you call it MASOB, by whatever name, the detention of Kanu, one Kanu, has resurrected that matter and brought it to national stage. I've already read some people dismissing it. They say, oh, it's nothing. Oh, there's no big deal there. We will rout them out. Some are even threatening hellfire. You cannot say you are declaring the Republic of Biafra. Have some people read the United Nations Charter, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, the European Convention on People's Rights? Do they know that self-determination is part and parcel of a people's right? And that the only way you can say, don't go away, is by saying, let us live together happily. And the question is, what are the parameters? How do we live together happily? So, for example, you cannot subjugate me, hold me down like your slave. Then you are the big master. Then I'm washing your car, cleaning your shoes, cooking your food. And then one day I say, I want to go. I want to. You say, no, you must stay here. That can be a happy marriage. It has to be something that is symbiotic, that is voluntary, not something that is forced, not repression, not oppression, not subjugation, not marginalization, not any of the other actions. So I am therefore telling the present government to quickly go and nip that issue in the bud before it is allowed to spread. In the same way Boko Haram has started as a little thing some years ago. And people say, what is Boko Haram? Oh, we will crush it in one day. But we can see that we have not been able to crush it. I also said here that the military and other security agencies within the African continent should be well equipped in terms of hardware, trained and retrained manpower to fight terrorists and emerging or nascent terrorist groups. I've also suggested here that there is the need for private-public alliance and partnership towards an urgent transformation of the African security agencies through city-based security networking and police reforms. In other words, security, because the world has become a global village, has also become a global issue. There's no way Nigeria can fight insecurity alone without linking up with other African countries and other world powers. Because when you have a whitlow on one of your little fingers, the entire of your body will not be able to sleep. A slap on one should be regarded as a slap on all and should be fought collectively. It was Mark Niemoller, I remember. I think it was in 1947. He was a great German Protestant, a clergyman. He was talking about the Holocaust against the Jews. during the Second World War, where they were killed in gas chambers in millions, tormented and brutalized. And he put it in the following words. He said, first they came for the Jews. I did not say anything because I was not a Jew. Then they came for the trade unionists. I said nothing because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Catholics. I said nothing because I was not a Catholic. Then they came for the Protestants. I still did not say anything because I was not a Protestant. But by the time they came for me, it was too late and there was no one left to speak for me. That is the way we should view security. We cannot say, oh, when a bomb drops in a Guazo village or somewhere in Kaurana, that, oh, we are not concerned, but after all, we are in Abuja here. We have seen that bombs could also drop in Abuja here. We saw it at the United Nations building. We cannot say, oh, the demonstration for the release of Kanu is a matter for the Southeast. If they demonstrate in Aba or Onitsha or Ekulobia or Umuchu or Agwata, what is our business? Oh, it is your business. Because they could have multiplier effect that will disturb every other person and disturb the nation as a corporate entity. I've also suggested here that there is increasing need for the promotion of peace, of culture, of harmony across the continent using agents of socialization and peace guarantors. I've also suggested here that African governments should invest in human capital through education of the citizenry, since education is a liberator and emancipator of the mind. It will be more difficult, for example, to get an educated mind to go and strap himself or herself with a bomb, with improvised devices, to go to the marketplace and blow himself up so as to kill other people. If he's educated and his mind has been liberated, he will say, wait a moment, you that you are sending me this message, why are you not going for it yourself? So it is like money doublers, people who fall victims to 419ers. Someone is telling you that he has millions of dollars stacked somewhere and that all he needs is your bank account to send you this money, which you have not really bought for. But because you are greedy, you fall into such a cheap trap. Why don't you ask the money doubler? If you can double money, why don't you double your own and become a trillionaire, even a zillionaire? Why do I have to be involved? I've also suggested here what I call political peace education and voters education should be intensified for people to know that electoral violence is not the problem, is not a solution. Nigeria is not enjoying the dividends of democracy because we are too involved in elections. As I speak to you, some people are already strategizing for 2019. You have not even asked. The one we did just in May, how have we used it for the benefit of the people to give democracy dividends? We have not even asked whether we have been able to make democracy profit, because it is from profit that you declare dividends and share to shareholders. But already I can tell you, politicians like witches and wizards in a coven are already meeting the dead of the night to plan for 2019, barely 6 months after the last election. So Nigeria is over electionary propelled, but with little or no governance. In the United States of America, once elections are over, they are over. All the parties come together to savage the heart and the soul of that great country. And they will see America as one. So let us not be divisive. Let us all cooperate with a government in power. Because at the end of the day, it is the democracy dividends for the people that matter. Those people who are suffering. Not the elite, not the less than 1% of the country that has cornered the entire wealth of the country. And that is why no one feels safe. If you are so worthy, you have to build a fence in your house as high as Kirikiri maximum prison, because you know that your neighbors are impoverished and they have not eaten. You are going on the street, you are using bulletproof vehicles because you know that your neighbors are impoverished. So when you do that, when you bastardize societal ethos, give it chieftaincy titles to 419ers, to people I call otokotos, murderers, give it chieftaincy titles to money doublers, to the people that Kaduna Unzogu Chukuma on January 15, 1966 called the 10%ers, and those that will make the country big for nothing before international cycles. Those 10%ers that have today become 30%ers. When you celebrate thieves and people who have pilfered the commonwealth and dip their hands in our common till to shortchange the people in our commonwealth, to oppress the people, and you make them to sit at the front pews of our churches and give them the front mats in our mosque, you are happy to bastardize the society. We need a total reorientation. I've also said here that there is a need for the government and the private sector to create jobs and encourage youth to go into all manners of small-scale businesses and commercial activities. It is said that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. I can't think of SAS and MAS. I cannot think of any gainfully employed person except for the most invidious, the most insidious, the most satanic, the most luciferous, the most diabolical mind that will have a job and still go out to go and waylay other people as a kidnapper or as an armed robber. I cannot imagine such a situation. So we need to invest in the youth. We need capacity building. We need to give education to them, and those educated, we need to give them jobs, because where they do not have jobs, then they will look for something to do for themselves, and that makes the society dangerous for all of us. I say here also that I'm rounding up that African member countries should create coast guards to complement the various other security measures already taken against terrorism. And of course, finally, there is a need to revisit the fundamentals of developing effective counter-terrorism strategies in Africa as an important step towards the prevention of terrorism in the continent of Africa. If you have read Walter Rodney's book, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa, there you will know that the Western world is still laughing at us. They play us like yo-yo. When they need us, they tell us they like us. When they don't need us, they drop us. So it is for us to emancipate ourselves. Like Leonard Hand once put it, the only price we have to pay for our liberties, for our liberty, is eternal vigilance. We must hold our rulers responsible and accountable to the people. We must seek transparency in governance. we must seek responsibility of elected officials. We must see ourselves as the dog that wags the tail. We are not the tail that is to be wagged by the dog, those in power. We must see ourselves as having the true power to remove these people at intervals when we want to remove them, and also to elect them if we feel they have done well. In other words, the civil society must be strengthened to know that power actually belongs to you and not to those in government. I want to thank you for listening to me. God bless you all. Thank you.
I love the round of applause. Can we intensify it, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I love the way Mahatma Gandhi described people that love to serve. He said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. No wonder his brother Martin Luther King supported him by saying that everybody can be great. Everybody can serve. You don't need a college degree to serve. You don't need to know the merger of subject and verb to serve. You don't need to be 6'4" like I am to serve. All you need is a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. And one man who has that, from his days in Sun newspapers, as a manager of men and resources in the newspaper as managing director, and as a columnist, and today he's a special advisor to the president on media. He's a man that indeed has grace in his heart and love in his soul. I'd like to welcome here Mr. Femi Adesina.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the publisher, the board, and management of the Nigerian pilot for deciding to put this event together and choosing this topic, Democracy in Africa, Emerging Security Threats, Issues and Challenges, and which Chief Mike Ozekome, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, has done justice to. Democracy and security are two things our President, Muhammadu Buhari, is passionate about. We know his history. He ruled as a military head of state, and later he saw how the Soviet Union collapsed without a shot being fired. And then he arrived at the conviction that democracy was the best form of governance. And in 2002, he threw his hat into the ring and joined a political party. You are familiar with the trajectory, going to election for 3 times, and then he was 4th time lucky. Today, he's a committed Democrat. And the fact that Nigerian pilot is looking at democracy in Africa is something that also interests our president a great deal. Talking of security, many times he has said it. You cannot administer a country that you have not secured. And that was why, when he was campaigning, security was one of the major planks of the campaign. And we know that between May, when he took office, and now, a lot has been done on security. His very first trips were because he needed to form a coalition with our neighbors. He went to Chad, he went to Niger, later he went to Cameroon, he went to Benin Republic, because he knew that the Boko Haram challenge, and indeed the security challenge, cannot be surmounted without concerted efforts. And that's why today the multinational joint task force has been strengthened. And we all know the strides that have been taken in the anti-insurgency war. We are not where we were in May, no matter what anybody will say. We know that the capacity of Boko Haram to hold territories is almost gone, completely. As in May, when this administration came, they were holding 18 local governments of this country. Today, maybe they have one or two and not wholly. And we can be sure that by the end of the year, as had been stated, a lot of difference will have been made. It's almost going to be that Boko Haram would not be holding to any part of this country where it has hoisted its flag. It's a big difference from what we used to have. The ability of Boko Haram for combat has been severely degraded, and soon we are going to where we are going, in which bombs will no longer explode in this country and lives will not be lost wantonly again. Security is very important to the administration. Then one thing the president is also passionate about is freedom of expression in this country. The president is not going to muzzle freedom of expression. A lot of people still nurse the fear that this was the same person that used Decree 4 as a military head of state. But the difference is now clear. Freedom of expression is going to be jealously protected under this administration. Nobody need exercise any fear that freedom of expression will be muzzled. And then again, the president campaigned on the plank of an anti-corruption war. There is a story he tells. Well, do we call it exactly a story? But he loves to say that in his first coming, what he did was, if anybody was accused of corruption, he parked them and kept them away in what he calls protective custody. And then they must prove their innocence. And after they have proved their innocence, they can be released. But he says now is the other way. If anybody is accused of corruption, that person cannot and will not be arrested until a case has been proven against them. And of course, even if there is a prima facie case and they are arrested, they will be taken to court, and they are not guilty until a court has pronounced guilt. So we can see the difference between then and now. And he has also said that the anti-corruption crusade is not about him as a person. It's about our country. It's about the future of our country. It's about a future for our children. It's about using the commonwealth of the people to serve the people and not personal interests. So he has appealed that Nigerians should join him to form a formidable army to fight corruption together. And that is what he looks forward to, where the anti-corruption crusade will become a common one, and not one where we just say, oh, he's selective. He will not be selective. He has pledged to be fair and just to all. It is on that note that I would like to appeal to the media generally and Nigerian pilot specifically to please team up, join the president as he seeks to secure the country and to administer it without fear or favor, and to generate employment opportunities as he and his party have promised, and then to also fight corruption without fear or favor. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
I don't know if I'm the one. Did he sound like a pastor? He did. Let's give him a pastoral round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I think that really sets the tone and the stage for two of our finest comedians in the country. One is celebrating 31 years on stage. The other one, are you doing the 10th anniversary? One year anniversary. Please welcome on stage Bovi.
All right. The evening has been too serious, so as he said, welcome me, please welcome me. Let's lighten the mood. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. All right. I'm happy to be here for some reasons. For some other reasons, I'm not so excited, and I'm going to state them clearly. If there is anybody the fall in oil prices has affected the most, it's me. Because how? Don't hurry. Before the prices of oil crashed, when I come for events like this and I meet governors, all I need to do is look at them and say, Oga, any better? And they nod. But since it came to $40 per barrel, all the governors have been saying since, Oga, any better? They'll do like this. And today I will be meeting two governors for the very first time. So I'm going to try my luck. I will start with the governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency Tanko Almakura. Oga, any better? Madam, you're answering on his behalf. Okay. I'm moving over to the governor of Gombe State, His Excellency Ibrahim Dankwabo. Oga, any better? Better day? I will come and see you after this. Okay? And this better that I want to come and collect is cash. Ask me why, Oga. It is alleged that the former NSA misappropriated. Two keywords, alleged and misappropriated. So that issue is pending. And for everybody that he transferred money to, they have been picking them up. So that's why I say I will collect cash. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't have a problem, you know, with the transfer and all. My only worry now is that Chief Michael Ozekume, you're here, all right, and you are defending High Chief Aliego Dokpesi. Yes, Chief Dokpesi transferred $5,000 to me. So I don't go withdraw the money who keep. So when you are defending him in court, be adding me. You know, say, my Lord, I put it to you that my client is innocent, and even those who received from his generosity, they are innocent in advance, because I know I'm not going to pay you. You know, so any day EFCC shows up like this, come, we want to pick you. I'll say, take. Just take the money down. Okay? So, Your Excellency, I'm coming to see you specially. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, I like the way Chief Femi Adesina. Okay, are you a chief yet? Not yet. Okay. I like the way you have spoken passionately. I like the way Chief Michael Zekome has spoken. Indeed, I like the way everybody tonight has spoken to be passionate about Nigeria. If there's one thing that made the previous dispensation stand out, it was agriculture. This time around, I know we are touching every sector, but one sector I want us to touch is our healthcare. Healthcare and politics, the reasons are very simple. I don't know if you are aware that many women, especially Nigerian women, like to rush abroad to have their children, especially the United States. They say it's because of the poor healthcare, but the truth is that many of them want their children to be citizens. And it's for the wrong reasons. I want Nigeria to take over the world. So if you guys don't act on it, I am already acting on it. I had my daughter, who happens to be my second child, in the United States. People said, Bobby, why did you go and have your child in the US? Are you trying to say healthcare in Nigeria is bad? I said it's not that bad. As a matter of fact, it's good. But my reason is simple. Over 50 years ago, a certain Kenyan man went to study in the US, had an American girlfriend, got her pregnant, and she gave birth to a son for him. By virtue of the fact that that child was born there, he was a citizen and eligible to run for president. Today, that man is the president of the United States. His first name is Kenyan, second name is Kenyan, father Kenyan, brothers and sisters Kenyan. President of where? The United States. So I have decided to give birth to all my children in the most powerful countries in the world. My son is Nigerian, so I've taken care of Africa first. My daughter is American, taking care. My third child, I'm going to give birth to that one in Russia. The fourth one is going to be born in China. My wife says she's not having the fourth child. I said, don't worry, a Chinese woman will have the fourth one for me. No need to argue. Do you know what it will be like when you are watching the news then? When they say, me as an Ugboma, when my children have taken over the world, you see them, Christian Amampo, in front of United Nations building, say, we are gathered for the G8 summit. Any moment from now, the presidents of the countries attending will be here. I can see the president of Nigeria, Bobby Ugboma Jr., making his way in. He's accompanied by his American counterpart and sister, the president of the United States, Elena Ugboma. Closely following is the president of Russia, Dmitry Ugboma. And the Chinese president just made his way, Chin Chang-hung Ugboma. So yes, Oga, let's work on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a long evening. Before I round up, not be say, I know why I say these things. We are trying as a nation, but we need to take it to that next level. You see my daughter that I had in the USO, their records speak for them. After 1 year, we brought her back on her 1 year birthday. It turns out she was born on the same day with me. So we share the same birthday. Midnight, my text beeps, and I think somebody's trying to send me a message to wish me happy birthday. And I open the text message, and it says, happy birthday, Elena. That's to my daughter. Happy birthday, Elena, on behalf of the United States government. I say, wow. 1 year Peking. The full America send them text. I've been in this country for the past 30 years. I've not received text. Even if it's from Nasarawa or Gombe, send me text, oh God, send me text. So I remember that when I went to renew her passport, the immigration officer asked me, sir, is there a football field close to your house? I said, why? He said, just tell me. I said, no, you tell me why. He said, okay, in case of any crisis in Nigeria, so we can send U.S. Marines to pick her up. I said, pick her or pick us? They say, pick her. That's the kind of love we should have for ourselves in Nigeria, and I believe we will get there very soon. Thank you very much. Good night.
Talent abound in this country. Comedy has become a major industry. Before the likes of Bovi came into the industry, some people were there in the era of the John Chukwus of this world. His name is Elvis. He's been around for over 30 years. Alan Blow, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. First of all, I want to thank everybody. My greetings go to His Excellencies, men of timber, caterpillars, and bulldozers in our midst. In fact, when I look at what has been happening, for those of us who have been watching Charlie Boy show, I know most of you wondering, this is Jegede Shokoya. Oh, how come you look like him? I'm the twin brother, as a matter of fact. Emma Beno? Well, as a matter of fact, I want to let all of us understand that our country is blessed with too much talent. Wow. But I want all of us to understand one thing very clearly. There are secrets of how to make our great kids, youths, become great. Old school and new school. Wow. Can you remember the old school and new school? The national anthem was sung. You can see how some of us, when we were singing the national anthem, the music was blowing. Some of them just relaxed. Some of them were putting their hands in their pocket. Some of us were just, I beg. In fact, our youths are beginning to sag. The parents, our parents, we ourselves are the cause. In those days, they not born you, make you sag. Come and see dressing. Old school days. Our gators at the back, 3 gators. If you want to toast woman self, come and see cramming. You go cram, your head go pull. Or to talk to a woman, say, you say, yes, please, yes, let me hear you. And I love you. Say it. By the time you say, I love you, okay, oh my God, you're cute. She will look at you up, down. Whether you are even worth it. You must be intelligent. You must be good looking. That is where we got the word handsome. Handsome man. Hand with something to offer. A fine man has nothing to offer. You know what I mean? Everything I borrow, light and full in head. Borrowed car, borrowed everything. That is a fine man. And when you see a beautiful man with, I can see Her Excellencies, all of them looking very tonic. Obe. Wow. Beautiful. A beautiful machine. Built, thick and full. Came from the word beautiful. All the beautiful women, please, let us put our hands together for them. Yes, first of all. When the chairman, I went for an event. At that event, it was time to sing national anthem. And first Nigerian national anthem came. Bang, 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 bang. Narise, so come and shop. Nigerians obey. To serve, have a land we love and have it. But when Chinese people came to sing their national anthem, come and see all of them, whether they be robot, just came. Brief, looking very brief, not tall. Sing ti tang pu shen tu cha chi sei ha hu tan do chi sam tu sam hi ti ha hu som to pan da kung fu in te ha se to o po po shen ti da pu sa ka pu shwa. In fact, both the chairman, everybody fell on the ground. How come national anthem is so serious? We have come for an event. It simply means that we have to be serious. I remember many things. They were all, anything you want to say, a Chinese man will interpret. I said, why are they interpreting now? Let me tell you one thing that will help our nation. If we can only promote pidgin or broken English, Nigeria will become greatest. American friend came to me, told me, you don't know what you have. The Jamaican patois is moving everywhere. You have broken English and you are joking with it. I said, is that so? He said, yes. Oh boy, when I come see that guy, I go back, see our governor, I salute her. The man too much. He said, what? Can you see how beautiful it is? I said, wow. If we teach an Igbo man, make you add 5,000 plus 8,000, make you divide them by 2,000, it will give you the answer now, immediately. But by the time take place, if you divide this, multiply it by this, then this by this, okay, I don't understand that when we talk so. Because why? If we can use our language, our culture is so vast and blessed. We don't know what we have. Our president, the president of America, Clinton, came. When our president was OBJ, When he came here, you need to see how different countries came to present love songs. A day like this, we are celebrating great people. You see like this, Pilot and Nigerian News World. It's a day of celebration. We are celebrating. In fact, we are on festive mood right now. Now, when the president came, come and sing different tribes, want to sing love song to show how much they love the president and our president. Americans came. Let's get it on. Sugar, let's get it on. I clearly say, oh my God, how did you get this? This is wonderful. Our president said, I want to see. This is love song, as a matter of fact. That is America for you. And it was now time for Indians to come and say the same love song. The Indian woman came, and this G. He loved Japan, G. He loved Japan, I love no motomiya. Japan, miya. Japan, Navi, Tokyo, wow! I thought they said, these Indian people, we came with love. These people are too much. Indians, wonderful. And it was now time for Nigerians to come on their own. Uroboman came on his own. When you see Uroboman, finish. Just waka your own. He said, what? Has he finished love song? He said, yes. These people, these data people, they don't waste time. They go straight to it. Wow. And it was now time for the Igbos. Very clearly. Jehovah. Idi ebobeo. Eba now. Jehovah. Idi ebobeo. I said, but this is not a Christian song. Our president said, but this is love Christian song. Don't love song like this, Bazina. And they say, our people love God. Hi, this is great. And it was now time for Calabar to come their own. Joseph, go to the president, you correct for Moria. Thank you. And it was now time, ladies and gentlemen, for our Edo brothers and sisters. When Edo came with their white garment, white, how to call it? Beads everywhere, white attires. President Clinton put his hand straight in his pocket. With kind of cutlass, the man was coming. He said, God damn it. Our president said, what are you trying to do? He said, man, look at that knife, man. I'm going to gun her down before he makes any move, man. He said, no, it's tradition. He's going to sing you love song. He said, you mean it? He said, yeah. La ha wo wo. Oh. Hey, what you ho? President Clinton began to cry immediately. Oh my God. He asked our president, who died? Ladies and gentlemen, and when it was time for our last but not least, our Hausa brother who came with the native guitar with all amount of seriousness.
You don't joke with 31 years experience on stage. Alan Blow, thank you very much. I'd like to also welcome here this man as part of the Ghanaian delegation, His Excellency Alhaji Usman Mijima, Deputy High Commissioner of the Ghana High Commission in Nigeria. I welcome you. I'm Mr. Eric Owusu Boateng, Director, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ghana. They're all here with us tonight. Thank you very much. And so, Your Excellencies, we told you at the very beginning that this event will be in 3 parts. We've had the lecture. A bit of what will happen later is beginning to happen, the comedy. But now, let us move into the awards. And we shall be honoring, in the first instance, the 2 governors here with us tonight. Shall we put our hands together for the 2 governors here in our midst? Let me also say this very clearly, that the award they will be taking home tonight is one of a kind. I am not sure on our continent anybody has touched that kind of award before. It is handcrafted by Italian craftsmen and produced in Germany. So without much ado, we shall be honoring first His Excellency the Governor of Nasarawa State. His Excellency Governor Tankwal Makura. Your Excellency, please step forward here. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, can we have some quiet? Thank you. I will be yielding the microphone to Your Excellencies, Special Advisor of Media, a man whose experience in broadcasting dates over 3 decades. I used to listen to you in those days, like Yakubu, sweet voice. Yakubu Lamai will take his citation.
Your Excellencies, I'd like to read the citation for His Excellency Governor Umaru Tankwal Makura. His Excellency Governor Umaru Tankwal Makura was born in 1953 in Lafia, Nasarawa State. He attended Dunama Primary School in Lafia, and then the Kefi Teachers College and the College of Education in Uyo. For a short period in 1975, he was an assistant producer at the Broadcasting Corporation of Northern Nigeria. So, just like us, His Excellency Governor Umaru Tankwal Makura was also a broadcaster. He then went on to the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Education degree. For his National Youth Service Corps, His Excellency Umaru Tankwal Makura was a teacher at Government College in Makurdi. In 1978, he formed Al-Makura Nigeria Limited, importing and servicing agricultural and industrial machinery, and later he ventured into real estate and property development as owner and chairman of Ta'al Nigeria Limited. To the politics now. In 1980, Umaru Tankwal Makura became the youth leader of the now defunct National Party of Nigeria, NPN, in the old Plateau State. He was elected into the Constituent Assembly between 1988 to 1991, representing Lafia Obi Federal Constituency of what is now known as Nasarawa State. He was also State Secretary of the National Republican Convention, NRC, the party in Plateau State between 1990 to 1992. Since Umaru Tankwal Makura became governor of Nasarawa State in the year 2011, his administration has been widely commended for its provision of social infrastructure, health care, and affordable housing. his administration's provision of potable water, electricity supply to Lafia, as well as local governments and development areas, the provision of drugs to hospitals, construction of school buildings, and a host of other achievements, plus his determination to achieve food security and reduce overdependence on oil revenue is hugely commendable. Beyond all this, for his ability to confront the challenges of superintending over a relatively young state which shares borders with the fast-paced Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, FCT, even as he delivers on infrastructure and related needs of his people, going by the mantra, seeing is believing, Umaru Tankwal Makura is eminently qualified for the award today as Governor of the Year. It's my singular honor and privilege to present to you His Excellency Governor Umaru Tankwal Makura.
Thank you, Yakubu. Let me invite the chairman of this occasion. Prince, please join the chairman. Prince Dennis Sami, join him please, as we present this to His Excellency the Governor. A man of quality indeed, a man of excellence. And it's so beautiful that standing beside him is the senior governor of Nasarawa State. That's the supervising governor of Nasarawa State. Here in the military, your wife is a rank higher than you. Shall we put our hands together for Her Excellency, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, yes, please. Congratulations to you, Your Excellency.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gonna be glad now that I've been blind. Gonna be bright, bright, like sunny day. It's gonna be bright, bright, like sunny day. It's gonna be bright, bright, like sunny day.
Thank you, the Pilot Orchestra. Thank you very much. And so as we welcome His Excellency, the Governor of Nasarawa State, with another round of applause as he takes his seat now. Congratulations to you, Your Excellency. Congratulations. And while he takes his seat, it's my honor and pleasure to welcome here the Governor of Gombe State, the jewel in the savannah. Please welcome Dr. Ibrahim Hassan Dakwambo to please step forward here. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will take his citation from here. His Excellency Ibrahim Hassan Dakwambo, Talban Gombe, OON, a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Bankers, fellow Nigerian Institute of Management, fellow Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, fellow Nigerian Economic Society, fellow Chartered Institute of Taxation, fellow Nigerian Association of Education Administration and Planning, a successful politician and a seasoned technocrat, was born in 1962. He studied BSc Accounting, graduated with second class upper in 1985. MSc Economics 1992, PhD Computer Science 1998, PhD Accounting at the Benin University, Benin 2013. He is an undisputed, well-rounded economist, a renowned chartered accountant, an expert on taxation, forensic auditing, fraud detection, international banking, and financial management. He started his work career with Messrs. Coopers and Libran, now PricewaterhouseCoopers. He worked for some time with the Central Bank of Nigeria and became the Accountant General of Gombe State. He was later appointed Accountant General of the Federation, wherefrom he resigned and contested for governorship and won with record landslide in 2011. He again contested for a second term and won in 1914. Interestingly, he is the only PDP governor in the northern Nigeria that successfully weathered the 2014 tsunami. This is the result of his good governance informed by prudent financial management, justice, fairness, and equity. During his civil service career, His Excellency was a member of the Central Bank Board of Directors, President, Chairman, Accountant General, and Auditors Forum of West Africa, Chairman, ECOWAS Audit Committee, Board Member, Extractive Industries, Transparency International. As Accountant General of the Federation, he is remembered for introduction of many transparency-centered reforms, such as the Treasury Single Account, TSA, that we're all shouting about now, e-payment, integrated payroll personnel information, government integrated financial management information system, among others. As Governor of Gombe State, he has distinguished himself in the areas of education, which he made first, second, and third priority. The provision of infrastructure, healthcare, water supply, environmental degradation control, and economic empowerment. He is the first governor that created a cogent development plan for Gombe State and went ahead to start implementing the plan, thereby putting the state on the right track for sustainable development. He is also the governor that conceived of a Marshall Plan for the development of Northeast and organized the Northeast Economic Summit in 2013 to bring the plan into a regional development blueprint acceptable to all stakeholders. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with honor, humility, and pride that I present to you His Excellency Dr. Ibrahim Hassan Dakwambo, OON, FCIB, FNIM, FCA, Talban Gombe, the Governor of Gombe State, for the Man of the Year Award. Prince, please, can step forward. Congratulations to you, Excellency. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, mami, so fun baby, kó má yí lọ. Bó ti sọ fún pé fàájì tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yẹn. ẹ bá mi sọ fún bèbí yẹn kó má yí lọ o. Mo ti sọ fún pé fàájì tẹ́lẹ̀ láwàyè. Sisi jọ̀wọ́ kó má yí lọ o. Ọmọdé ṣe Sisi mi dá. Olójọ̀wọ́ kó ń gbé mi sáyà ẹ̀. Kó wá fífẹ́ tútù sọ́kàn mi o. Sisi jọ̀wọ́ kó má yí lọ o. Ọmọdé ṣe mí bébí mi dá. Olójọ̀wọ́ kó ń gbé mi sáyà ẹ̀. Kó wá fífẹ́ tútù sọ́kàn mi o. Ọ̀rọ̀ màrí ará àdúgbò àtúngbà ṣàmìrànde o. Òwe yẹn ló nílé gògòrò, ó nílé gògòrò gbòde. Ọ̀rọ̀ màrí ará àdúgbò àtúngbà ṣàmìrànde o. Òwe yẹn ló nílé gògòrò, ó nílé gògòrò gbòde. If you marry Lagos, baby, make you give her money, oh. If you no give her money, oh, she go run away. If you marry Lagos, baby, make you give her money, oh. If you no give her money, oh, she go run away. If you marry evil lady, make you give am apple. If you no give am apple, she go run away.
There too.
If you marry Nigerian lady, make you show am love, oh. If you no show am love, oh, she go run away. If you marry Nigerian lady, make you show am love, oh. If you no show am love, oh, she go run away. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. From the very first time I placed my eyes on you, girl, my heart said follow through. Oh my God. But I know now that I'm way down on your line. But the wait is feeling far. So don't trick me like a fool pet gone astray. Cause I know how to do my thing. Don't talk to me as if you think I'm done. I wanna know when you're gonna come. See, I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. Cause it's some of the sea, I'm still waiting there. Winter is near, but I'm still waiting there. Like I said, it's been 3 years since I'm knocking on your door. I must take and knock some more. Ooh girl, is it fixable? I wanna know now. For I to knock some more. You see, in life I know there's a lot of dream, but your love is my relief. Tears in my eyes, girl, tears in my eyes, girl, while I'm waiting for my turn. See, I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. Cause in somebody's here, I'm still waiting there. Return is near, but I'm still waiting there. Here's a little song I wrote. You might wanna sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some troubles. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.